This isn't gonna end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Blake Lively just got destroyed by Judge Lewis Lyman for playing the victim card one too many times.
We're gonna slap that down. You obviously cannot do that.
This woman knows nothing except shedding crocodile tears to manipulate the public. And finally, the judge has had enough of her desperate antics.
Yeah, Blake Lively was the cruelest person I've ever worked with.
Now, she's watching her entire plan fall apart. The courtroom was dead silent when Judge Lewis Lyman finally snapped on Blake Lively. You could almost hear her career gasping for air.
Parties, of course, meeting for the first time in court today. It was about a 90-minute hearing.
After weeks of her running to every media outlet that would listen, after countless articles painting her as some helpless little victim, after leaking stories like a sinking ship, the judge had had enough.
She filed a fake Me Too and got caught, okay? Caught. A fake Me Too and got caught.
And when a federal judge is so sick of your drama that he calls you out in front of everyone, you know you've lost the plot. Blake sat there, probably thinking she was about to give another award-winning performance. Maybe she thought she could pull out the teary-eyed, poor me look like this was some Gossip Girl finale. But nope, not today.
Because I don't trust you, Blake. I do not trust you. You have lied too much. You have fudged truths. You are trying to hide so much information that you are like your character in a simple favor, and I can't unsee it.
The second the judge warned both sides to stop fighting in the media, the message was loud and clear. Blake Lively, shut up. Let's be real, Baldoni's team wasn't the one feeding stories to the New York Times, crying to tabloids, or pulling PR stunts. That was all Blake. She was caught red-handed running a full-blown Hollywood smear campaign, and now, the judge just exposed her in front of everyone.
Breaking news, Justin Baldoni just got a big win, meaning Blake Lively got a big loss.
And just when she thought things couldn't get worse, she pulled the most desperate move imaginable. She begged the judge to silence Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman.
In a world where sometimes people judge you before they give you a chance.
You see, Friedman was dropping bombshell after bombshell, exposing real evidence that didn't exactly support Blake's tragic heroin act.
I mean, is it not a little hypocritical? Is this a bad look of her if she's trying to tell the courts that we should stop talking about this in public?
So, naturally, her brilliant legal strategy was to try and gag him. The judge flat out denied it. Imagine thinking you could run a whole media circus, destroy someone's career, and then silence the one person exposing your lies. Delusional.
Whatever. But if someone calls you that in real life, they're all, that woman is cruel. That is really like at least for me, that's the most impactful way that you can say a person's mean, you know? Because cruel is like you're enjoying this. There's something wrong with you. And that's exactly what these two people look like. And so it's just glorious to watch it all blow up in their face.
She sat there, humiliated, watching her worst nightmare unfold. Her legal team, the PR machine she thought would control the story, crumbling right in front of her. This wasn't supposed to happen.
That is the kindest way that a judge can say to you that your lawyers are stupid. It's like he's like being nice here. He's like, your lawyers are really stupid.
She thought she could script this like one of her movies, where she plays the strong, innocent woman fighting against some big bad man. But the judge wasn't buying it, and the more she tried to manipulate the narrative, the worse it got.
Blake Lively is caught in old footage revealing that, yes, her secret plan is to always take control of the movies and lie to the directors to get it.
And let's talk about how bad this is about to get for her. Blake Lively might have just ended her entire career, because let's be real, defamation isn't just some messy celebrity drama. It's a serious crime. Blake didn't just spread rumors. She tried to bury a man's entire existence, fabricate evidence, and turn Hollywood against him. And legally, she's in deep trouble.
Real Me Too stuff, real serial predators that were attacking women who were aspiring actresses who were following their dream.
If Baldoni wins his $400 million lawsuit, Blake isn't just losing some pocket change. She's losing everything. We're talking about financial ruin, bankruptcy, the end of the Lively Reynolds empire. Defamation lawsuits don't just come with damages, they come with legal fees so high they make celebrity divorce settlements look cheap. And Hollywood lawyers, they don't work for free. Blake's about to start cutting some major checks, and at this rate, Deadpool 3 better break box office records because Ryan's gonna have to cover her bills.
And then these two in that environment go up and they accuse Justin Baldoni of the same type of thing, which was a complete lie. How could anyone allow them to continue in that community after doing that?
And let's not forget the real nightmare, jail time. Oh yeah, Blake Lively in an orange jumpsuit? Not impossible. Defamation itself might not land you behind bars, but do you know what will? Fraud, fabricating evidence, witness tampering, perjury. And considering how shady her legal strategy has been, let's just say the chances of her crossing into criminal territory are looking very real.
None of it was just due to the fact that she seems like a rather shitty person.
Her team has been twisting facts, feeding fake stories to the media, and conveniently losing evidence that doesn't fit her version of events. If they get caught, that's a straight-up crime.
But she thinks this is okay and like proudly displaying us. We're women, so we can just lie and cheat and steal our way in to control these big movies. I mean, how disturbing is this to you?
And even if she somehow dodges prison, Hollywood's about to blacklist her for life. Studios don't play with lawsuits, especially not one this messy. No executive in their right mind is going to invest millions into an actress whose name is now linked to Hollywood's biggest legal disaster. She thought she could walk away from this untouched, but now she's looking at a career worse than a Netflix original flop.
He is, his agent is Ari Emanuel. He's a powerful Hollywood guy, and we all respond to Hollywood power. And there's a hypocrisy and a fraudulence there that the public is picking up on. And so that's really interesting. Now,
let's break it down. No more high-budget films. No more leading roles. No more red carpets. You think Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers, or any major studio wants to attach themselves to an actress who's about to lose a massive lawsuit for defamation? Absolutely not. She'll go from starring in blockbuster films to begging for roles in low-budget indie flops that no one watches. Hollywood is a business, and no business wants to be associated with a walking lawsuit.
Judge chose to not impose the gag order on Justin Baldoni's attorney Brian Friedman today, but did threaten to move up the trial if the media press war continued.
And let's not forget the public humiliation. Blake Lively thought she could control the headlines, that she could make herself the strong feminist warrior taking down an evil man. But now, her name is about to be attached to one of the biggest backfires in Hollywood history.
Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull.
Every time someone searches Blake Lively in the future, this lawsuit is going to pop up. This isn't just some tabloid scandal that fades in a few weeks. This is a legal case that will be documented forever. She really thought she could outplay the system, thought she could silence Baldoni, fake her way into winning, and keep her reputation untarnished. But the truth came out. The judge exposed her. The industry is turning on her. The world is watching her fall apart in real time.
Vicious, horrendous humans that tried to like destroy this guy's life for absolutely no reason.
Justin Baldoni was supposed to roll over and play dead like every other Hollywood actor who gets falsely accused. That was the plan, right? Blake Lively and her little PR army thought they could cancel him, blacklist him, and erase him from Hollywood. They wanted him to shut up and take the hit while they ran their smear campaign like it was just another Tuesday. But guess what? He didn't. He fought back, and he fought back hard.
She decided to blame him, and boy, did she open up a hornet's nest and learn, be careful what you wish for, because now you've got the fight you asked for, and you're not winning it.
Instead of playing the victim, Baldoni did what no one expected. He sued them all. He didn't just file some weak, desperate countersuit. He went nuclear. A $400 million lawsuit aimed directly at Lively, Reynolds, and their entire corrupt PR machine. He exposed every lie, every backroom deal, every Hollywood favor pulled to destroy him. And suddenly, the narrative started shifting. Blake wasn't the victim anymore. She was the bully.
Justin does a better job, in my opinion, of providing receipts and showing full context.
And here's what really shook Hollywood to its core. He took on the power players. See, Blake and Ryan weren't just fighting Baldoni. They were using Hollywood connections, powerful agents, and A-list executives to bury him. That's what they do.
On top of them when they wake up, like these are serial monsters. This happened in Hollywood, okay? Like this really happened.
Pull strings behind the scenes, make a few calls, and just like that, careers vanish. And it almost worked. Ari Emanuel, one of the most powerful agents in the industry, straight up fired Baldoni. Why? Because Blake and Ryan told him to. Think about that. The man was stripped of his career, not because of facts, not because of evidence, but because Hollywood's golden couple wanted him gone.
They did a fake one of these on Justin Baldoni. These two should never be accepted in any circle ever again here if that place had even 1% principles or ethics or any other thing.
But here's where it backfired spectacularly. Baldoni exposed the entire system. Now, Hollywood executives are panicking because this lawsuit isn't just about one actress and one actor. It's about how this industry works. It's about how Hollywood power couples can destroy careers with a phone call. And now that it's out in the open, people are shocked at how far Lively went.
He really sees this all the way through and makes sure we get to discovery and proves how disgusting some of these high-level celebrities can be.
And it wasn't just his career they tried to ruin. No, Lively made it personal. She didn't just go after Baldoni the actor, she went after Baldoni the husband, the father, the human being. Fake stories were planted to make him look like a monster. His wife, harassed, his family, targeted, his name, dragged through the mud. Lively's team fed the media lies, staged leaks, and made sure that every article painted him as guilty.
How can you try to say you're playing this in the press when the entire reason we got here was because you tried to play this in the press? Like, you went to the New York Times to try to take him down and to set a public narrative.
But he never backed down. Not once. While Lively was running around playing the victim, Baldoni stood firm and said, "No, I won't be your puppet." And that's why Hollywood is quietly turning against Lively now. Because Baldoni exposed the game. And no one expected him to fight back this hard.
We just went through Justin's 179-page lawsuit, and I am shook.
And let's talk about just how far Blake Lively was willing to go to destroy him. Because when the truth wasn't enough to take him down, she started making things.
Blake Lively's complaint of harassment. He called me sexy. I felt so uncomfortable. Why would you do that? Well, here's one point where she's calling him a ball buster. I'm just a ball buster.
The secret texts she leaked? Fake. Lively's PR team handpicked messages, removing context, twisting words, and strategically releasing parts that made Baldoni look bad. But when the full texts were exposed, it completely blew up in her face. The real conversation didn't match her version of events at all. And suddenly, people started asking questions. If she had the truth on her side, why did she have to manipulate the evidence?
I know this gets overused now, but she did FAFO. Like, she thought she could blame all of her negative press on him. He's a weakling. She's Blake Lively with Ryan Reynolds, her dragon.
And the on-set footage she claims proves her case? It doesn't exist. Baldoni's lawyers have dared her to present the full, unedited footage from the set. But guess what? She won't. Because she knows it contradicts her story. She knows that if the real footage comes out, it will prove she lied.
Your lawyers are stupid. It's like he's like being nice here. He's like, your lawyers are really stupid.
And let's talk about how she twisted the media. Because this wasn't just some random PR mess. This was a full-blown, calculated attack. Lively's PR powerhouse, Leslie Sloan, was caught feeding false stories to journalists. And not just that, they pressured outlets to bury evidence that favored Baldoni.
And they were high. They were totally high on their own supply of power. They were enjoying it. They were enjoying humiliating Justin Baldoni. Like I said, they got so close.
Baldoni stood up when he was supposed to stay silent. He exposed the corruption that no one was supposed to talk about. And Hollywood is watching, stunned, as Lively's lies fall apart in real time. Blake Lively is desperate. And I mean desperate in a way that would make even the most washed-up reality TV stars look dignified. She knows her entire case is falling apart faster than one of Ryan Reynolds' last-minute Deadpool rewrites. And now, she's scrambling. She's clutching at straws, rewriting history, twisting narratives, and PR spinning harder than a politician caught in a scandal.
They're bad people. They're like good. Let's watch them get destroyed because I'm mad about my situation, and this makes me feel really good that at least these motherfuckers are having it get stuck to them as well.
She wanted everyone to believe Justin Baldoni was the problem, that he was this creepy director who went off script to make her uncomfortable. But when the real set reports leaked, yeah, that's when her entire story collapsed like a cheap movie set. Turns out, Baldoni wasn't the problem. Blake was.
You fucking accused a guy of sexual harassment and it was a lie. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, people need to not forget about that, dude. That at the end of the day, she filed a fake Me Too and got caught.
Because guess what? The on-set chaos was all coming from her. The same woman crying about being uncomfortable was the one making last-minute script changes, throwing tantrums over costumes, and demanding the film be restructured to give her more control. The same person accusing Baldoni of being too aggressive with scenes was the one pushing for constant rewrites, insisting on changes that no one approved, and delaying production with her ridiculous demands.
It's part of being in the public eye. She's just used to being Hollywood's golden girl, and she had such thin skin that after having a couple negative things happen to her for a month, she had to blame him. She decided to blame him.
Once you lose your credibility, you lose everything. And Blake, she just lost it all.